Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Horror Critic Reviews. I would just like to say that I recently went to the movies, as in recently a couple of weeks ago or so, and I watched a movie that was actually very entertaining, especially considering most horror movies these days are either rehashes of something way back when in the 80s and even the 70s sometimes, to uh, kind of sequels that kind of suck or whatever. Anyway, the movie I went to watch was Woman in Black, which actually surprised me. It was a very original concept. I mean, everyone has seen the horror movie about, the killer witch ghost, or killer ghost, or whatever. And this one had that, essentially, but they did it in such a way that the twist and the turns in the movie were very well done. This movie actually made me jump. I know most of you guys don't know a lot about me, but I don't really get scared and I don't jump a lot during movies because I'm so used to everything that, at that point I'm like, okay, this person's about to go through the door, someone's about to jump out at them. Oh, look, someone's jumping out at them. This movie was not like that for me. This movie legitimately, there you go, legitimately caused me to jump out of my seat like twice, and the other three times I was actually in my seat, but I still jumped. It was awesome. I've not been in a movie like that for a really long time, so I really enjoyed that. And the plot was simple. This guy, he works for some sort of company. They do wills and inheritances and insurance and stuff like that. And so he has to go to this house in the middle of nowhere, essentially. This all takes place in England, too, like turn of the century. So he goes to this house in the middle of nowhere, like it's in the middle of a moor or a bog. And while he's in the house, he keeps seeing and hearing these weird things going on around him. And the main protagonist is Daniel Radcliffe, and I went in expecting to see Harry Potter. Nothing like that. I'll get on that later. But so he's in this house and he's seeing and hearing these weird things, and as he's trying to find out if the actual will of the woman was the one given to them and not just some fake copy or something, he realizes that the woman was involved in something that had to deal with her sister. Her sister gave birth to a boy, but they claimed that she was an unfit mother, the woman and her husband. So they took the boy in as their own, adopted him. Didn't even tell the little boy that his mother was actually his aunt, and he died like several years before the movie started. And the woman's ghost is forever seeking vengeance against the people in the town and other people who aren't from the town who happen to have kids by killing their kids one by one. Every time you see the woman in black or something, or one of the kids sees the woman in black, they die. They kill themselves by drowning themselves, drinking some sort of toxic chemical. One girl did that and she died, and it was really like disturbing. Or jumping out of windows, or causing a fire to happen. So all these kids are dying. And Daniel Radcliffe's character, I forgot the name of his character, he goes and he's investigating because his son is actually going to be ending up at the town soon because he's still there looking for this woman's will. And so him and another man from the town are trying to find the body of her dead son to put it in her grave so that they may forever rest in peace together. And I won't tell you the rest and everything, because if I give away the rest, then it will ruin the whole movie for you guys. But that movie was really, really something else, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen a movie that well done in a long time. The effects were very well done, like almost believable effects. The movie itself was just a really good movie. My suggestion: go watch it. It's a PG-13 movie, so if you're a little bit younger, you can actually go watch the movie. It's a fairly well done movie. And there's no cursing in it. There was little to no blood. There was a lot of death scenes, unfortunately, because the kids did die, and then you saw the death of the little boy, and then the death of the woman. So I mean, there were death scenes, which was unfortunate. It's PG-13, so I mean, it's very tame for a horror movie. And then Daniel Radcliffe's character, like I said, you go in, you hear Daniel Radcliffe, you expect Harry Potter or something along those lines. This was not the case in this movie. No, he was a very dramatic, very serious actor. I'm not saying that he's not for Harry Potter, but for this one especially, he seemed to be very serious and very dramatic, especially the fact that he's a young father. His wife died giving birth to their son, and their son is a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old boy, I think. I'm not sure, don't hold me to that. But he played this very serious, very dramatic role, and you could tell that he was working really hard for this role. Like, he did his best, and it showed in his work. Like, the dialogue itself was pretty good, because it seemed like the conversation seemed to flow. Like, there was no, like, any stilted conversation or anything. I mean, the conversation was well done, which means that the plot's really good. Anyway, my suggestion, go see that movie, especially if you're looking for something that will give you a thrill, give you a jump, give you a scare for your money, because it honestly did scare me at a couple of points. So, this is Horror Critic Review. I watched them because you guys are too scared to.